Hey guys, my name is Chantel. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for hanging out with me today. So today we're going to talk about episode 22 of Run with the Wind. Oh my gosh, this episode, when is there not an episode that I don't love? Anywho, so this episode pretty much just focuses on King and Kakeru, just like I expected it to be. And I guess let's start off by talking about King. Oh my gosh, I really like King now. Like before I was like okay about him just because I feel like we didn't really know King as much as the other characters. Now with King, I feel like I definitely know him so much better and I really like that. Which by the way, this is like one of the things that I love about Run with the Wind is that each character eventually gets their time to shine and we pretty much get to know them and their personality and what they're like, and I really like that, and I think it's one of the things that Run with the Wind, as I said, does very well and that I love. Anyway, going back to what I was saying with King, I feel like I really related to him in this episode, just how he was talking about how he puts up this image of himself to other people, but that's not really him, who he really is on the inside, and how he was saying, you know, I might say something different on the outside, but on the inside could be told like it's totally different. And I'm like, I can definitely relate, like just with him saying that and seeing just what he was feeling and what he really wanted to say from the heart, and he just couldn't because he was just stubborn and prideful. I was like, man, like I feel that, like I really did, because I feel like with us we always try to fit in no matter what, and sometimes in order to fit in we kind of sacrifice who we are, and because of that we do feel a little bit lonely. Even though you could be in the room full of people, you still feel alone because you're not really who you are and you're afraid of, you know, what people will think of you, if they'll accept you or not. And we saw this in this episode with King, how he was afraid to really be himself and really open up to people. It was just really hard for him. And we also pretty much find out like why his name is King, like the nickname. So I was like, oh, okay, like that makes a lot of sense. But anyway, I don't know about you guys, but like I said earlier before, King, for sure, at least to me, he was super duper relatable. And I really love him now. Like damn it, another character that I absolutely love. But like, which character do we not love from Run with the Wind? Like each character is just so lovable and so relatable in like different ways, you know? Another thing I do want to mention is I really like how King was saying that Hakone Iken, it was like a nice dream, and how it's not just Haiji's dream anymore, but it's everyone's dream. I thought that was very beautiful, and I think that is very true, because each of the boys at first didn't want to do this for whatever reason, but they all slowly eventually found their reason why they wanted to do this and their motivation, and eventually this became their dream too. And we've seen like a few of the characters, like they love doing this. They actually liked it more than they thought they would, and they want to continue it. Like with King, like where in the beginning of the episode he let his imagination go wild, where Haiji said, yeah, I'm gonna continue running. He's like, yes, like I'm gonna do it too if you're doing it. Like it was so funny. I thought that was really funny. And then you see the reality where Haiji's like, nah, I'm not gonna continue doing it. I haven't even thought about what I'm gonna do in the future. And I was like, wow. Yeah, so I guess that's enough with King. Let's go ahead and talk about Kakeru. Oh my gosh. So we were left with the cliffhanger with Kakeru where it looks like the wind is pushing him back. Like at first I thought it was gonna push him like further, and then all of a sudden you see like this visual of like him being underwater or something, and then you can see like there's something pushing him back. I was like, what is going on? Oh my goodness. But Kakeru was doing a really good job. He was passing by a lot of people and he was running really quick, and it's just what was expected of Kakeru. Kakeru was doing really good overall up until, like I said, that very few last seconds of this episode where it was like, oh no. Anywho, I really like this episode because you can see like Kakeru was just running so freely and so light, and it just felt like he didn't have any worry at all, and he was just like, I don't know, like how else can I explain that? He was just so calm and like so light. Like that's the best way that I can explain that. And he was, you can tell that he was just in a good place, and he was just going at it. It was really, really nice to see, and I really liked the visuals that we got to see when Kakeru was running. Like I thought that was really, really beautiful and cool to see. But besides that, there isn't really too much for me to add on with Kakeru's race. Let's see. Other than, you know, he does want to catch up to Fujioka. At least that's what I am getting. Like he definitely wants to catch up to him some way, somehow. But like I said, that cliffhanger, oh my goodness. Oh, one visual that I wanted to talk about is that, like I said, how everything was so light and airy and colorful. There was this moment in this episode with Kakeru where everything just suddenly starts to get dark, and we just see like this images of like people running ahead of him, and I'm assuming that's like his teammates. I'm not too sure, but then all of a sudden we see like Fujioka, and he's like, show me what you got. I thought that part was like super interesting. Like, I don't know, but that part had me a little bit worried because as soon as everything got dark, I was like, oh no, is he slowing down? So I was like, oh no, like what's going on? But no, like he was fine up until, like I said, the last few seconds. Oh my goodness. Oh man. And they didn't give us a preview really. It was just like an image of Kakeru, or I don't know if it was Kakeru or Haiji. It's really hard to tell. But it just focuses on someone's eye, and then they open it and it says, you know, final episode is up next. And then after that, that's it. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that next week will be the final episode of Run with the Wind, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I just know that I'm gonna be very, very emotional, and oh my goodness, like Haiji is next too for his section of the race, so I don't know how I'm, oh man. All I know is that it's probably gonna be a really emotional episode. On top of that, it's the final episode, so oh my goodness. I'm sorry, it's just thinking about the final episode definitely does get me emotional, because I have loved this series so much, and has been one of the best sports anime that I have watched in a while. I haven't felt this way since I've seen Haikyuu, and I feel like I've said that before, but like I just can't stop saying that. Like I haven't loved so many characters or seen like this good of a development since Haikyuu. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling on and just stop the video here. That is it. That's all I got for this week's video. Let me know what you guys thought about this week's episode, and let me know what do you guys think is gonna happen for next week, the finale. Like, let me know what you guys think is gonna happen. Ah, man. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!